So make no mistake, this isn't a document. Oh no, this is what the beginning of the end looks like. Why? Because everything, and I mean absolutely everything, is going to end up coming out in the proverbial wash. You have Jennifer Howell's declaration, which in and of itself was going to be magnificent, but now you also have charitable contributions being added to the mix. Oh yeah, everything you didn't hear about in 2020, it's going to be coming to 2021. Oh, this is going to be amazing. I mean, absolutely amazing to watch. So hey there to all you incredible folks. I hope you're having an excellent day, because today, you and I, we are returning to that wonderful world of Johnny Depp coverage to talk about some massive news. In fact, I don't ask this often, but I would ask you to share this, to like this, to comment on it too. Why? Because this information needs to get out. And as always, too, remember, this isn't about celebrity. This isn't about Hollywood. It's about the pursuit of truth. And you know that old adage about truth will set you free? Yeah, I'm wondering what'll happen in Australia with that. Now, this update, it's going to have a lot of pieces to it, so make sure you pay attention till the end. And it comes to us from Twitter, from the real Laura B. That's at LAURABOCKOV. Props to them, by the way. They do fantastic work. You'll see this here. This is an update from Johnny Depp versus AH in California. And as far as this first item is concerned, I'm going to summarize portions to you. I'm going to read parts to you, and I'll explain them as we go. So essentially, after hearing arguments from counsel, the court, they issue an order. The order is as follows. Number 1, wow, this is a big one too. The Howell petition is denied in its entirety. Now, if you haven't heard about the Howell petition, oh, it is absolutely magical. We'll talk about it at the end. But essentially, AH and AH's team, they didn't want Jennifer Howell to be able to speak on certain subjects because Jennifer Howell, oh, she was in the know. She knew things that had gone on behind the scenes. She was one of the best friends of AH's sister. She was basically challenged by these people, and she put forth a declaration. These folks, they try to quash it in its entirety, and well, that didn't work out. Essentially, Jennifer Howell's declaration, it moves forward along with Jennifer Howell too. Oh man, that stuff, it's going to be good too. Now, what's absolutely hilarious about point number 1 is it wasn't Johnny Depp that brought this to pass. Oh no, it was a certain nameless person, them subpoenaing Miss Howell, that actually made this transpire. Also, the court, they say, yeah, you objecting on grounds of relevance, that's disingenuous. So check this out. The court agrees with plaintiff that the deposition of Miss Howell may lead to the discovery of admissible evidence and reasonably assist plaintiff in evaluating the case, preparing for trial, or facilitating settlement. The court finds that while plaintiff's initial interrogatory responses did not identify Miss Howell as a potential witness, as those responses occur much later in the case, plaintiff has since supplemented those responses to list Miss Howell as potential witness. So, you didn't list them early on, but that's okay, Mr. Depp. You follow the rules later. Congratulations then. Further, it goes, petitioner, not talking about Depp here, has issued her own subpoena requesting information from Miss Howell. You wanted information out there? Well, hence, petitioner's objection on grounds of relevance is disingenuous. So, that's not truthful. You said that you wanted information, therefore indeed. In addition, petitioner has failed to show that the honorable judge in Virginia ruled that the information sought by plaintiff in the subpoena has been deemed inadmissible at trial and should not be produced during discovery. A determination as to admissibility at trial has yet to be made. So your argument here that the judge said that it wasn't admissible, yeah, never said that, so doesn't work there. Lastly, non-party Jennifer Howell has not objected to the subpoena. Jennifer Howell, in fact, wants to talk about this stuff. Foregoing these reasons, the court denies the petition. Bravo there, making this stuff come to pass. Now, the second part of this little dealio involves a little thing I like to call money. That's right, make it rain. rain, baby, make it rain. In the order of sanctions, with an order of sanctions ordered against the nameless one themselves and their attorneys, they give all of the attorneys here, jointly and severally, in the connection with the Howell petition, in the amount of, you get the amount here, payable within 30 days. So essentially, them trying to shut this down, didn't work out, and you gotta pay for that failure. Fun times there, huh? Fun times. Now, number one by itself is absolutely tremendous. I mean, the Jennifer Howell petition, that said quite a bit about what they don't want coming up, but it was nothing compared to number three. In number three, you have CHLA, or the Children's Hospital LA petition. It's denied. However, the subpoena to the Children's Hospital LA is modified to exclude requests number 3s and 4, and the court clarifies that the Children's Hospital LA is not required to produce accounting records. Now, to clarify that note about 3 and 4, that's standard fare. There's nothing out of the ordinary there. It's all about limiting scope. Request 3 essentially asks for all communication between Children's Hospital LA and a certain nameless party regarding the quote-unquote Depp action. What does that mean? Exactly. That's what the judge said. Yeah, a little bit too broad there. Request number 4 was the same type of thing. All communication between themselves and a certain nameless party regarding the relationship with Johnny Depp and said nameless party. Again, limiting scope, that's standard fare, and that's not really what you're concerning yourself with. What you're concerning yourself with are $7 million that were supposedly given to them and the ACLU, and it doesn't look like that happened at all. Now, what's fascinating about the argument that's basically being shot down is that Johnny Depp, he should have sought this stuff by a less intrusive means, but I was never going to turn it over anyhow. Quote, the court considers petitioner's argument that plaintiff had a duty to seek the information by way of less intrusive means. However, petitioner admits that she has personally objected to producing the responsive information or any information regarding her charitable donations to the hospital. Hence, the subpoena was issued, and in response, petitioner filed the instant petition. The court finds petitioner's arguments are nonsensical on this point. They're nonsensical. I mean, that, again, you're not being truthful, you're being nonsensical. Fascinating, isn't it? And this continues, by the way, with finally the court agrees with plaintiff that petitioner can assert no legally cognizable right to privacy in the information sought after publicly, stating that she was donating her settlement proceeds to charity. The court also does not find the common interest document applies here. Petitioner fails to provide any legal authority to support her arguments that the information is privileged or protected by the right to privacy under the circumstances. In addition, non-party Children's Hospital of LA has not objected to the subpoena. So, they don't object to it. And well, you bragged about it and bragged about it and bragged about it. So why don't you prove that all of that stuff you said actually turns out to be true? Moreover, arguing point number 4 is also like point number 2, where it involves what was that thing again? Oh yeah, money. We're talking about an award of sanctions that's given against the nameless person and her attorneys, gives all of them as well, jointly and severally, in connection with Children's Hospital of LA petition in the amount of $4,732.50, payable within 30 days. So, you gotta pay them for going out and making an argument that is that deft. Good job there. Good job indeed. Now, these next screenshots are crucial, and please pay attention to what I'm saying here because this establishes a timeline that you know can't exist. Now, the dates of settlement payments. We know $200K by August 31st, 2016, which we know that Depp split and donated. $1 million was supposed to be paid within 3 days of the settlement. That would be January 2017. You have $1 million by February 1st, 2017, $1 million by May 1st, 2017, $1 million by August 1st, 2017, $500K by November 1st, 2017, and $2.3 million by February 1st, 2018. 2018. Now, a fascinating thing transpires when you go through the honor roll of Friends, aka Charity timeline from 2016 to 2019 from CHLA. You'll notice a name will pop up here and there saying, hey, I'm going to give, but their name doesn't appear in 2019. Now, I know there are people out there that'll say, but that umbrella guy, this person wasn't supposed to give in 2019. Fair enough, but listen to the rules for CHLA. If you give over $1 million, your name, it pops up forever. So this person likely gave $100,000 to $499,000, not the $7 million they were supposed to give. They went out, told the press about this, saying, ooh, look what I did over and over again. Yeah, if you bring that up and you talk about the person's character that would do that, what else would they do? What else would they do? Indeed. Now, as far as Jennifer Howell's deposition is concerned, I 125% understand why they would not want that coming to light. Why? Because this was a person with a backstage pass, as it were. This was the best friend to a nameless person's sister, to the point that they called them chosen sister. Imagine what that person knows. This person would go and visit family out there. They would visit the nameless person's mother and the nameless person's mother. They had some interesting musky tales to say. Let's just say that. They told us about Teslas. They told us about rocket eggs, but they also told us about fingers. They told us about charitable donations. Yeah, all of that coming to light, that might be fascinating, especially considering that person says they can bring dozens of witnesses to bear. But it's like I said, this isn't a document. This is the end of all things, the end of all narratives, because it doesn't matter what happens in 2021. What happens is if it comes out in this stuff, it's actually true that somebody didn't do the things that they said. Imagine how the media is going to react to all of those applause that they gave at a certain time. Yeah, when they have to redact them, they're going to do it very, very unkindly. This stuff, it's going to be fascinating to watch. And you mark my words, the way that this is going to come out, yeah, it's not going to be friendly for a certain nameless party. But anyway, let me know what you think about this stuff. I appreciate the heck out of you. Leave me your comments. And as always, thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. You make these endeavors possible. Plenty of people forget that, but hey, that's the reality. We make the videos, but you make the channels work. If you want to go further than that too, if you want to say, I want to back this channel, well, you can back that thing up by checking out memberships, by checking out Patreon, and of course, by checking out that lovely, lovely, luscious comic book. All the links are in the description. But yeah, let me know what you think about this stuff. And like I said, appreciate the heck out of you, and we'll see you soon.